The story begins in the dangerous bathroom of a high-security prison. A fighter named Bone was standing quietly. Suddenly, his close friend Danny rushes in with a warning. Bone, watch out! Jax and his gang are coming to kill you right here. Bone calmly tells Danny to stay back. He knows a storm is coming. Within seconds, Jack's gang invades the bathroom. They had bribed a corrupt guard to look the other way. Jax charges at Bone with a sharp weapon, but Bone is not ordinary prisoner. In the blink of an eye, he dismisses Jax and drives the blade right into the Jack's shoulder. Saying this, the entire gang jumps on Bone, but with deadly speed and brutal skill, Bone knocks down every single attacker. Bone's only true friend in prison was Danny, but prison politics would not let Danny live in peace. One afternoon, while Bone and Danny were playing chess in the yard, Jack's men launched a cowardly attack from behind. They brutally stabbed Danny. Bone was restrained by the guards and could only watch his friend bleed. With his dying breath, a tearful Danny hands Bone an old family photo. "Brother, when you get out, find my wife and little boy. Protect them." Standing over his friend's body, Bone swore revenge. After 5 long years, Bone finally walks out of a prison as a free man, with fire in his eyes. Arriving in Los Angeles, Bone looks for a place to stay. He meets a couple, Roberto and Tamara, who were renting a room. Their orphan kids lived in that house. Inside, Bone notices a small boy named Jared staring silently out the window. Bone did not pick his house by chance. He already investigated and discovered that Jared is his dead friend Danny's lost son. Now Bone's mission is to reunite Jared with his mother. Tamara gives Bone strict house rules. "We have young kids here, no weapons and no trouble with gangs." Bone silently agrees and pays the advance rent. When night falls in LA, illegal street fight takes over. High-stakes gambling runs wild, controlled by ruthless mob boss named James. James' top lethal fighter was a giant named Hammerman. That night, Hammerman was crushing a wrestler named Cowboy. Just as Hammerman prepares to kill Cowboy, fight organizer Pinball stops the match. Hammerman wins. A depressed Pinball walks to his car after losing a lot of money on bets. But as he sits inside, his blood freezes. A dark figure was sitting in the back seat. It was Bone. Bone makes a direct offer. "I want to crush Hammerman in the ring. Get me a fight and you keep 40%. Pinball laughs it off. "Hammerman is top tier. You need to prove yourself against Street Fighter first." Bone agrees without hesitation. Pinball takes him to another underground promoter. The bell rings. Bone locks eyes with his opponent, jumps into the air and delivers a devastating head kick. In just 1 second, the giant opponent hits the floor. Unconscious, Pinball realizes he just found a gold mine. While driving back, Bone spots a beautiful but sad woman standing next to James. He asks Pinball about her. Pinball nervously warns him, "That's Angela. Don't even look at her." James framed her husband, put him in prison, and had him murdered there just to take Angela. When she was pregnant, James forced her to give her newborn baby away for adoption. Driven by grief, Angela fell into deep drug addiction. Bone connects the dot instantly. Angela is Danny's wife. To keep his promise, Bone knows he must infiltrate James' empire. The next day, James watches the video of Bone's once again find and is stunned. He demands his crew bring this new fighter to him. Meanwhile, Bone spends his afternoon playing chess with Roberto. Later, Pinball takes Bone to a new fight arena run by a promoter named Tattoo. Pinball bets $5,000 on Bone. Bone steps into the ring against a beast named Goldtooth. Boom! One punch and Goldtooth goes lights out. The underground world nicknames Bone the one-hit fighter. Enraged by the loss, Tattoo sets a unfair trap. If he's that good, he fights 2 guys at once, double or nothing. Bone accepts. He drops the first guy with a kick and snaps the second guy arms in seconds. Losing his mind, Tattoo sends 3 fighters at once. But to Bone, 3 or 30 makes no difference. Within the seconds, all 3 are coughing blood on the mat. Refusing to pay the $20,000, Tattoo steals the money and insults Bone. Bone calmly walks over. When Tattoo's guards try to stop him, Bone destroys the entire security team, slaps Tattoo and rips his pants to take back his money. A female fighter named Farita is blown away by Bone's moves and slips her phone number into his pockets. On the way home, an angry tattoo ambushes them with a machine gun, but Pinball's crazy driving skill saves their lives. Bone and Pinball start making serious cash, but Bone never loses sight of his goal. He trains day and night. One night, Tamara sees blood on Bone's shirt and gently cleans his wounds. She opens up about his struggle. None of these kids are mine, but I try to raise them right, especially Jared. He's been sitting by that window for a year, waiting for his parents to come back. Bone's heart breaks. He knows Danny is never coming back, but he vows to bring Jared's mother's home. The next day, Bone warmly teaches Jared basic martial arts tricks in the yard, putting a smile on Tamara's face. Finally, the big night arrives. Bone faces the terrifying Hammerman, who injects himself with steroids before the fight. Hammerman unleashes heavy attacks, but Bone's lightning speed and lethal combination overpowers the beast. Hammerman collapses. Bone is the new champion. James approaches Bone and invites him to his mansion. Bone accepts the invitation. This was his chance. At the mansion, Bone finally meets Angela, but she is too high on drugs to recognize him. James reveals his master plan to Bone. The world champion is Price. I will put up $5 million for you to fight him. You win and we split millions. Bone smartly plays along to buy time. Later, James uses a vial of drugs to blackmail Angela into convincing Bone to fight. When she refuses, James threatens to kill her. Desperate Angela enters Bone's room pointing a gun at him. Bone stays completely calm. He pulls out the old family photo and hands it to her. Angela starts shaking. Bone tells her about Danny's final words and his promise. Angela breaks down crying. James took my baby and pushed me into this hell. I don't even know where my child is. Bone looks into her eyes. Your son is safe. You will see him soon. Bone tells James he will fight Price on one condition. Angela goes with him tonight. James agrees. That very night, Bone checks Angela into a rehab center so she can get clean. James locks in the fight with Price manager. Franklin. But when Bone returns to Tamara's house, he finds police cars everywhere. Tamara is crying uncontrollably over Roberto's body. James came here this morning and unleashed his pit bulls on Roberto. They tore him apart. James shows up with a gun demanding Bone fight, but Bone looks him dead in the eye. I am not fighting for you. James tries to pull a sword, but Bone dismisses him instantly. James holds a gun to Tamara's head to escape, ordering his killers find Bone and cut him to pieces. James thugs torture Pinball for information, but loyal Pinball keeps his mouth shut. Bone arrives just in time, wiping out the gang and saving Pinball. Together, they destroy James' hit square sent to the rehab center. Bone calls James directly. Your time is up, James. I'm coming for you. Bone enters Franklin mansion alone. Before the fight, Bone tricks James into the confessing to Roberto's murder and Danny's setup. A hidden wire on Bone's jacket streams the confession straight to the police. Then the ultimate fight begins. Bone versus world champion Price. It was a clash of titans, high kicks, flying knees and brutal punches exchanged at insane speed. Price traps Bone in an armbar, but Bone breaks free with a knee strike to Price's head. In the final round, Bone takes total control. He locks Price's leg in crippling submission where one twist would shatter it forever. Instead of breaking it, Bone taps out and forfeits the match. The crowd goes silent. Bone purposely lost, causing James to lose his $5 million bet instantly. James is ruined. Enraged, James grabs a sword and charges at Bone. Franklin throws a sword to Bone to make it fair. James thought Bone could not handle a blade, but Bone's sword skill left everyone speechless. Using his sheath, Bone parries every strike and slice off James' hand. Seconds later, heavily armed police swarmed the mansion, arresting the bleeding mob boss. Months later, Angela walks out of rehab completely healed. A tearful reunion takes place as Angela holds her lost son, Jared, in a tight embrace. Having fulfilled his promise, Bone packs his bag. He hands Tamara an envelope full of cash to support Angela and Jared. At the door, Bone gives Pinball a final nod of respect. Then he walks down to the road into the horizon like a true warrior. So guys, that was the complete story of this incredible martial arts revenge action movie. What did you think of Bone Ultimate Sacrifice and Brotherhood? Let us know in the comment below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, share it with your friends and subscribe for more epic movie breakdowns. Until next time, stay safe and bye bye.